you are doing your work well. Yes? Are you understanding the videos? Are you doing your fair? Huh? Okay, children? Are you doing? I hope you are doing. And I have completed your before lesson, previous lesson, that is sorting of materials into groups. How we are sorting our materials or objects around us into different groups. Yes. Now today, let us start with the separation of substance. Yes, separation of substance. How we are separating substance. Yes. 6th standard. This is science subject lesson number 5. Note down this. In our daily life, there are many instances when we notice a substance being separated from the mixture of the material. Yes, tea leaves are separated from the liquid with a container while preparing tea. Yes, separation of tea leaves with a container you can see in the figure number 5.1. Grain is separated from starch while harvesting. Milk or curd is chunked to the separate the butter. As we learn the chapter 3, we gin cotton separate into its seeds from the fiber. So separation, separation of substance means here you know when you are buttermilk and butter, how it is removed in your house, your mother is doing that. Yes, liquid and there is a solid. How you are separating? How you are separating? Yes, tea also. Tea leaves also are separated. How they are separated? When you are doing tea, you are filtering the tea. Yes or no? So that type we are separating liquids and solids. Yes. And also here separating the butter earned in a chapter 3 and we give cotton also it is removed. Seeds are removed and the cotton is separated and the seeds are separated. Perhaps you might have eaten salt, dalia or poha. If you found that it had chili in it, you may have carefully taken them out before eating. So, in your house, your parents are preparing tiffin, palau, uppittu, avlaki, in that all they are putting green chili, they are putting the coriander leaves. While eating what you are doing, because chili tastes very hot, you remove them and separate them and keep it outside. Yes? Yes or no? Yes, in your house you can see grains. Your mother is bringing grains from the market and they are separated. Yes? Separated. The farmer also is doing the separation work. He is separating the grains and the stall. The ಹೊಟ್ಟು ಮ್ಯಾಗಿನ ಸೊಪ್ಪಿ ಏನಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ಗಾಳಿ ತೂರಿ ಅವ್ರು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಣಿಗೆ ಸಾಣಿಸಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. ಹಳ್ಳು ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಇವನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಮಷಿನ್ಸು ಬಂದವ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಅದಾವ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ. Suppose you are given a basket container of mangoes and guavas and asked to separate them. What would you do? Pick out one kind of and place them in separately container, right? Yes, if you want in the method of separation, you see here. If I give 2 types of fruits like mango and guava together, then I give you 2 baskets and ask you to separate. What you will do? You will put all the guava in one basket and all the mangoes in one basket. Or when your mother go to a vegetable market, when she comes, she is bringing all the vegetables together. And when she comes to house, she is asking you to separate them. How you are separating? Putting all the brinjal one side, all the lady's finger one side, and the chili one side, the tomato one side, the leafy vegetables and this process, this method of separating all the objects is called the separation of substance. Imagine you have given a glass of a sand with salt mixed in it. Impossible even to think of separating salt from the mixture of picking out of the grains of sand by hand. So suppose he is telling you some things we can separate like this. As I told you the examples. In some things, 2 mixtures together we cannot separate them. Like for example sand and salt. You take sand and salt. If you mix them together, can you separate salt from sand? No, because they both are mixed. You can't separate them. Yes. Now here also he is telling you with an activity number 1. What he is telling, let us see here. In the column 1 of table 5.1, here are given a few processes of separation. The purpose of separation and the way of separating components are used to mention in the column number 2 and 3 respectively. However, the information given in the column 2 and 3 is jumbled. Can you match each? Yes, here column number, here 5.1. how do we separate substance? Here he has given you the column here. Yes, let us read this column and learn what method is using for separation in which object. Yes, separating rice from stones. Yes, first column is the separation process. Yes, and this is the process purpose for which we do separation. Why we are separating them? Rice and stone. Why we are separating? If you eat with stones, the rice, can you eat? No, they will not give. It is uncomfortable and uncomfortable to eat, and it is also harmful to us. So we can't eat stones. It is not digested. Yes, another column is what do we do with the separated components. So separate ಮಾಡಿದ components ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Rice ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Stones ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? He is asking you. Separation of stones from rice. Take this table when I am reading. Please note down the note where I am reading and also listen to me. To separate two different but useful components here. Because in rice and stones we are separating the useful component and we are throwing the unuseful components. Here you are keeping the rice with you and throwing out the stone. Yes, we throw away the solid component. Next, the cleaning of milk to obtain butter. You manage ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಕಡಿತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕಡಿತಾರಲ್ಲ, that is the process here. That to remove non-useful components. Here what is happening? ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾವು ತುಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಅದನ್ನ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಕಡ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗಿನ ತಕ್ಕೋತೀವಿ. ವಾಟರ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಲಾರ್ದು. So that you can throw yesterday here. Separate tea leaves to remove the impurities of harmful components. So the tea leaves ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತಿನ್ನೋದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಸರಿ ಅನ್ಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So we are filtering the tea and drinking. We use both the components here. What we are using? Even the tea also we are using the leaves also we are using it. So the purpose with the process with its purpose and the way separate components are used. We see that before we use a substance, we need to separate them harmfully or non-useful substance that may be mixed with it. Sometimes we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. Yes, sometimes what is saying, the things which we have to separate, they may be harmful to us. Yes, the stones and ರೈಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ಫುಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅವನ್ನ ಬೇಕಂತ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್. ಇದು ಬಾಡಿ ಹಾರ್ಮ್ಫುಲ್ ಹಂಗ ತಿಂದರೆ. ಎಸ್, sometimes we separate even useful components if we need to use them separately. Yes, some two types of materials mix ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಅವನ್ನ ಬೇಕಂತ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಬೋತ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ನು ಬೋತ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೇ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎರಡು ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ನಾವು. ಎಸ್, both separate ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. The substance to be separated may be particles of different size. Yes, so maybe they are different size. So we are separating them. Yes, they may be in any three states of matter: solids, liquids, or gases. So this ಯಾವನ್ನ separate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ particles ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, they may be in solid, they may be in liquids, or they may be also in the gases form. So how do we separate substance mixed together if they have so many different properties? So these all solids, liquids, gases, and these objects they are having different properties. So how we will separate them? Okay, let us see. Method of separation. Yes, now the next topic is the method of separation. Yeah, we will discuss the simple method of separating substances that are mixed together. You may come across some of these methods being used in our day-to-day life activities. Yes, first method of separating is the hand picking. This is a old form of separation, old method of separation which is being used from our ancient days till today. Also we are doing this hand picking. Yes, hand picking ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮನೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಹಳ್ಳ ಅದು ಹಸನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಾಗ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಗೋಧಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಜೋಳ ಆಯ್ತು, ಕಡ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಏನನ್ನು ಹಳ್ಳ ತೆಗೆದು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So that type of picking is called hand picking. This is an ancient method of separating the objects or material. Yes. Now, bring a pack of food grains purchased from the shop to the classroom. Now spread the grains on a sheet of paper. Do you find only one kind of grain on the sheet of paper? are these pieces of stones, husk, broken grains and particles. Yes, he is telling here activity number 1, 2 he is telling. What he is telling? He is telling to bring some a quantity of grains to the classroom, and he is telling to put them on a paper, and he is asking you to see what is there. Yes, in a packet of rice, for example, you can see rice. Yes, the whole rice, you can see the husk ಅಂದರೆ ಸಪ್ಪೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ನುಚ್ಚು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನುಚ್ಚು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಹಳ್ಳು ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಕೆಟ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು. ಸೊ ಇವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಹಳ್ಳ ಹಾಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಹಸ್ಕ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತು ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಕಾಳು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕಾ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ separating these particles. This process is called the separation process, and it is also done by hand picking. Hand picking lane ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಳ್ಳ ಆರಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. To remove with your hands the pieces of stones, husk and other grains from it. The method of hand picking can be used in separating slightly larger size impurities like a piece of dirt, stones and husk from the wheat. Yes, ಗೋಧಿ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಮನೆ ಒಳಗೆ. ಗೋಧಿ ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದಾಗ ಅದ್ರ ತಳ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ, ಏನೋ ಬೇರೆ ಏನೋ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಗೋಧಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೂಡಿರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಾಂಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಣಿಸ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಗೋಧಿ ಕಾಳಿನ ಸಣ್ಣ ಏನು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್, ಏನು ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಹುಲ್ಲಾತು, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅವು ಕಸ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಕಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ಎಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. The quantity of such impurities is usually not very large. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಸ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಭಾಳ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. We find that hand picking is convenient method of separating substance. So the old method, that is hand picking method, is a very convenient process. ಇದು convenient hand picking ಅಂದರೆ ಆರಿಸೋದು, ಹಳ್ಳ ಆರಿಸೋದು, ಇದೇನು convenient method of separation. Next is threshing. Another one is the next process is the threshing. Another method of separation is the threshing. Means what here? You may have seen bundles of wheat or paddy stalk lying in the field after harvesting the crops. Stalks are dried in the sun before the grains is separated from them. Each stalk has many grains, seeds attached to it. Imagine the number of grain seeds in hundreds of bundles of stalk lying in the field. How does the farmer separate seeds from these bundles of stalk? Yes, ನಿಮಗೀಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸಮೀಪದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಐತಿ. ಏನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಭತ್ತ ಮತ್ತು ಗೋಧಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಯ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೊಯ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೀಪ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಅವನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಿಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಒಣಗಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಗ್ರೈನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಎಸ್, ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸಿಲಾಗ ಒಣಗಿಸಿಟ್ಟು, ಎಸ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀನಿ ಹೀಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಒಂದೇ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, another may pluck mangoes or guavas. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ಒಣಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವನ್ನ ಅದು ಈಗಲೇ ನ್ಯೂ ಮೆಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾವ. ಬಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡನ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ದನಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಳ್ಯಾಕೆ ಹಚ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಏನೋ ದನಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಳ್ಯಾಕೆ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಅದು ಅವಾಗೇನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಆ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಕಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ಅವರು ತೂರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಗಾಳಿ ತೂರಿ ಆ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹಸ್ಕ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಎಸ್, ಒನ್ ಮೇ pluck mangoes or guavas from the tree, but grains seeds are much smaller than mangoes or guavas, so plucking them from these stalks would be impossible. How do one separate grains seeds from the stalk? The process that is used to separate grains from the stalk is called threshing. So ಈ process ಏನದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಕಾಳು, ಗೋಧಿ ಕಾಳು ಆ ತೆನಿ ಒಳಗಿಂದು ಒಣಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಲ್ಲ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ threshing. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್? ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಕ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ಗೆ threshing ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. In this process, the stalks are beaten to free the grain seeds. Sometimes threshing is done with the help of bullocks. Machines are also used to thresh the large quantity of grains. So, ಈ ಒಂದು ಇದ್ರಾಗೆ 3 ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಅದಾವ. ಒನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ್ಯನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಗುಲಾಬ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬಡಿತಾರೆ. ಹಾಂ, ಏನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟೇ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬಡಿತಾರೆ. ಮಡಗಿದ ಕಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೀಳ್ತಾವ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬಡಿತಾರೆ ಅವನ್ನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಈಗೇನಾಯ್ತು, ಈಗ ಏನು ಹೊಸ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾವೆ. ಕಾಳು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಈ ಮಷಿನ್ಸು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವಿನ್ನೋವಿಂಗ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ separating is called the winnowing. Winnowing means what here? Winnowing means with the help of wind they are separating the grains with the help of wind. Winnowing means with the help of wind. ಗಾಳಿಗೆ ತೂರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ತೂರಿ ಕಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ, ಸಪ್ಪಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಹಸ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಬೀಳ್ತದೆ. That process is called winnowing. What is it called? Winnowing. Yes. Make a mixture of dry sand with sawdust, dust or powdered dry leaves. Keep this mixture on a plate or a newspaper. Look this mixture carefully. Can the two different components be made easy? Components made easy. Are the size of particles of two components similar? Would it be possible to separate the components by hand picking? No. What is telling here? He is telling you to take dry sand there and sawdust. Sawdust ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲಿಂದು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪೌಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ತೊಗೊತಾನ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೈತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ? ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೈತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಅದು ಹಾರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ವಿನ್ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ sawdust ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಡ್ರೈ ಪೌಡರ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಏನು ಕಾಳು ಏನು ಉಳಿತೈತಿ? ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಉಳಿತೈತಿ. ಸೊ now take your mixture of an open ground and stand on raised platform with the mixture in the plate or sheet of paper. Hold the plate on of the sheet of paper containing the mixture at your shoulder level. Tilt it slightly so that the mixture slides out freely. What happens here? Yes, I told you, no, he's telling you to take that mixture and stand on a height platform, and he's telling you to do it slantingly. ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು APMC ಒಳಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮರ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ತೂರ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. So that process is called the winnowing. Yes, this method of separating components of mixture is called winnowing. You can see in the picture here, this lady is standing on a table and she is catching a plate like, or you say that equipment that is called in your local language marayas, you say. Yes, that is she is doing, taking a flat plate and she is separating the grains and the husk. Winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ winnowing process ನಾಗ ಒಂದು component ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಂದು ಹೆವಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಂದು ಲೈಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂದು ಗಾಳಿ ಹಾರ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಹೆವಿ ಅಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗ ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ. ಎಸ್, lighter components of a mixture by wind or blowing air. Yes, this is the process called winnowing. Next is the sieving. Next process is the sieving. So this method is commonly used by the farmers to separate the lighter husk particles from the heavy seeds. Yes, next process of separating is the sieving. Sieving means what? Now ಸಾಣಿಸ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಾರ. ಈ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಾಳು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾವ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾಳು ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, 2 sides ಆಫ್ ಕಾಳು ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಎರಡು ಬೇಳೆ ಕೂಡಿರ್ತಾವ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಳು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಳು ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Now sometimes we may wish to prepare a dish with flour. We need to remove the impurities and bran that may be present in it. What do we do? We use a sieve, pour the flour into it. So ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಾಗ ದಿನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಸಾಂಜೆ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಸಾಂಜ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಹಿಟ್ಟು ತೆಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸಮ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗಿ ಲೇಯರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾವ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಥ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ sieving. Sieving allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes to sieve while the bigger impurities remain on the sieve. In a flour mill, impurities like husk and stones are removed. So, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಮಿಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಹಸ್ಕ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಹಂಗೆ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, are removed from the wheat before grinding it. Usually, a bag full of wheat is poured in a slanting sieve. This sieves remove pieces of stone, stalk and husk that may still remain with the wheat after threshing and winnowing. So ಈ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕಸ ಉಳಿದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಕಸ ಹೆಂಗೆ ತೆಗಿತಾರೆ, ಈ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ ಕಸನ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ಇದು ಗೋಧಿ ಹಿಟ್ಟಿಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ಮಷಿನ್. ಬಿಗ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ, ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ಮಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್, ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ us see this in the activity number 4 here. Bring a sieve and a small quantity of flour from your house into the class. Sieve the flour to separate another impurities in it. Now make a fine powder of a chalk powder and mix it with the flour. And can we separate the flour and the powder of chalk by sieving? Sieving is used when components of mixture have different size. Chalk powder ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಚಾಕ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ತೊಗೊಂಬಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಣಿಸಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಪೌಡರ್ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತೈತಿ, ಆ ಚಾಕಿಂದ ಏನು ಪೌಡರ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಉಳಿತೈತಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಸೈಜ್ ಬೇರೆ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಮೆತ್ತಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಈ ಚಾಕ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ separating. Yes, what are they? Hand picking. Next one is the threshing. Next one is the winnowing. Next one is the sieving. Yes, these are the 4 methods. Yes, in the next class I will continue with the other part of the lesson. Till then, children, you read the lesson. You take underline the hard words and write them in your fair book. Okay, children. And also you see these activities, what are there? Butter is taken out of churning milk, and the sieving process, the hand picking, threshing, winnowing, sieving. These all things you can see practically in your society, in nearby your house, because you are very near to the fields. Yes, children? Thank you, children.